Okay, this is for the PDB lab, the mothball crystal lab. Okay, the whole purpose of it is to find what is the melting / freezing point in degrees Celsius. What are the gear that you're going to need? A hot plate. We're going to need a beaker filled with water so we can use that for the heating. We're going to need another beaker that will be responsible for cooling. We're going to need our mothball crystal sample in our test tube, which is what we have right here. Well, a test tube with the mothball crystal in it. We're going to need a thermometer. We'll need a ring stand and a clamp. And of course, goggles and aprons, because we are working with glass, we are working with boiling liquid. All right, first things first. You're probably going to get the thermometer already stuck inside the test tube. Okay, you're going to have your hot plate already on, most likely, and the water is going to be pretty warm. We're not going to take any data at this moment. We've got to melt this down totally first. So how do we do that? We're going to take this, you're going to loosen the clamp, and then you're going to put it down in like this. Okay? So we got to loosen it. We have to loosen it up first. So if you notice here, okay, as it's starting to warm up a little bit, okay, the stuff is going in, and you kind of notice how the thing is moving a little bit up and down, so it's slowly melting. All right, do not force the thermometer. Do not force the thermometer, because you're more likely to break it, and then you're going to get the red stuff mixed in with these mothball crystals, and guys, that's just going to mess up the results, and it's going to make you look dumb, okay, in front of everybody. So moving on here. So this is what we have here. So once all this becomes a liquid, okay, 100% liquid, it melts. What you're going to do, this is where you're going to start taking your data. You're going to unclamp this, you're going to unscrew this, you're going to lift this out, you're going to bring it over and put it directly in the cold water. You're going to start, you have your starting temperature in Celsius, you're going to start the clock. This is where you're writing your data. Every 30 seconds you write it down. And the whole point about this, ladies and gentlemen, is that this becomes a solid once again. Okay, it's going to be a complete solid, and you are going to record the temperature as it's going down, because this thing is freezing. Okay? Now, you got the freezing part. Now we got to go and find the heating up. We have our thermometer already in there. So that's part one, is writing down the data, the temperature data for the time as it is freezing. Okay? Now we have to go and melt it again. You'd say, but wait, didn't we melt it before? Right, but we were not taking the data, because that's not where we were supposed to be there for. So now we're going to take this back, we're going to unscrew this, we're going to bring it back up, turn it over, put it back in here, start your recording, your starting temperature, and again you're going to do the same thing. You're going to be taking, every 30 seconds, you're going to be taking your data. Your data is your Celsius temperature. Wait, how far do we go with this? On the data sheets, I think I gave like 9 minutes. It will not be 9 minutes, I promise you. Okay? But the idea is that we melt this completely back to a solid, that we want 100% dissolving. Okay? Again, don't force the thermometer, because it is glass, it will break. Okay, we want to avoid that, because if you break the thermometer, you've ruined the experiment. And yeah, I will take points off of it. Okay, so once this is completely melted, then you stop taking your data and you are finished. You are finished with the data portion of the lab. Okay, and at this point, that's basically it. A little bit about the PDB, the mothball crystals, which is paradichlorobenzene. Okay, mothball crystals kills moths and carpet beetles. It comes like this. Now, it has to be in an airtight bag, because if it's not, what happens is it's going to do what dry ice does. Go from a solid to a gas. That's what this will do. It will sublimate. That's the thing. Okay? Just over a period of time, it will sublimate. Okay, I guess my time is over here. So, this is Irving Berlin signing off.